Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Northern Germany. Welcome to Oldenburg. It's Basketball Champions League. It's the playoffs, the round of 16. And EWE Basket Oldenburg welcome German rivals MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. It's leg one of this two-legged tie. While the regular season is over, the top 16 line up in this road to the Final Four. There's the complete bracket. The first leg, first round playoff games yesterday and today. And it's too close to call, as they say in many polls, in terms of which of those teams will be crowned the second Basketball Champions League champions. Always difficult when you've got two teams from the same country. Is European basketball any different from their regular season play in the league? Here is this part of the bracket, and the winners of this may well end up facing another German team as Medi Beirut welcome Besiktas this evening. Both games will tip at the same time, but Besiktas will not want to slip up as they did last year in the round of 16. Just over 3,000 people is the capacity of the EWE Arena. Here's the MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg lineup, highlighted by Thomas Walkup, who's had just a marvelous season. #1 assists man in the Basketball Champions League, and has literally made his team better, as well as his own contributions in terms of points. Well, going to get a look at the roster for EWE Basket's Oldenburg. And Ricky Paulding, number 23. This is his 11th season in Oldenburg. So unusual in these days of players moving from club to club to have someone in one club for so long. And he is the heartbeat of this program. What a servant to this club Paulding has been. And not just a servant, the second leading scorer in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, Ricky Paulding. 261 points across the regular season. And he really does spark the Oldenburg lineup. Well, going to get into individual player introductions. These teams have played each other once in the Bundesliga, when Ludwigsburg on the road in this arena came up with the 8-point win. Did a great job on that occasion from the three-point line. Did a great job. Did Thomas Walkup, had 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in that win in the Bundesliga at an efficiency rating of 31. It was a performance of the season for Thomas Walkup. The other thing that didn't help Oldenburg was the 19 turnovers that they contributed to their own downfall in that Bundesliga game. But that Bundesliga game was weeks ago now. This is the Basketball Champions League, a chance to make a quarterfinal berth. You can't win a tie in the first leg, but you can definitely lose it. If you get in too big a hole, there is sometimes no way back. Expect this one to be tight. Great atmosphere. Those fans will probably not sit until this game is done. Tremendous group of fans up here in Oldenburg. We're on the northern tip of Germany. Beautiful part of the world. just coming out of the right end of winter. Relatively mild day, but wet if you were here during the day. We're going to look at the starting lineups in a moment, and we'll get a look at the three officials that make up the third team for this round of 16 playoff game. These two teams are hot. At home, Oldenburg, EWE Baskets, 5 of 6 wins in the Basketball Champions League. And don't forget, Ludwigsburg have only lost twice in the regular season to the defending champions Tenerife. Ludwigsburg, #1 team in terms of points, going up against the team that allows fewest field goals in the regular season in Ludwigsburg. So offense v defense, all those cliched statements about defense winning championships. Well, that's what Ludwigsburg have based their assault on the Basketball Champions League this season. They keep the tempo high, they extend the floor. And with Thomas Walkup, they've got a European star in their midst. Made this point before, always a dilemma for some of these teams. Most of this Ludwigsburg lineup in their first year with the program, it's like building a new team every single year. Talking of teams, here is the third team, Mr. Losso, Mr. Yashchuk, and Mr. Obradovic from France, Ukraine, and Bosnia and Herzegovina, respectively, make up the third team on the floor this evening. It's the sharp end, it's the playoffs, and some of the best officials on the continent of Europe. You're going to have to put some serious teamwork on the floor, as both of the other two teams are going to have to. Basketball Champions League action. Here's the starting lineup for MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. Kieran Johnson, for me, has been a real star alongside Walkup in that backcourt. Adika, Peter McNeely makes that backcourt very, very exciting. It's quick, it's aggressive, it gets up the floor, it will run. And Elgin Cook is the man that sometimes really does make it work for Coach Patrick. John Patrick, who has a great relationship with his team. It really is a culture about their defense, their tempo, and everyone plays their part. EWE Basket, Oldenburg, gonna get a look at their starters. The pressure on a team to get a good performance at home is obviously great, possibly less so when both teams are in the same country. As an out Pauling at the 2 and the 3, Mickey McConnell has had a tremendous season. Sverhelm and Malahammer Pasic will have an advantage on the inside if they can make it count. But taking care of the ball will be the #1 factor for Mladen Drenic and his EWE Baskets Oldenburg lineup. Turnovers killed them in the Bundesliga clash, and their inability to close out the three-point shot, just those two factors combined, that gave the Bundesliga win to Ludwigsburg. Ludwigsburg currently sits third in the Bundesliga. EWE Baskets at 6, only three games between them. In terms of overall records, they'll be major contenders in the Bundesliga playoffs come the postseason here in Germany. But all the focus and all the attention is on Basketball Champions League action. It's back after the World Cup qualifier breaks, and it's back with a bang. The starting lineup being announced to the crescendo of noise from the fans here, calling out the surnames of the starting lineup for Oldenburg. There is Ricky Paulding, 11 years, second leading scorer in this season's regular season. What a career. Well, wherever you're joining us from, you are very welcome here to Oldenburg in northern Germany. The home team, EWE Baskets Oldenburg in the yellow uniform. MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg in the dark uniform. We're on the way, round of 16 action. Those European two-legged nights. Leg one underway. Elgin Cook out top will hand it off to Walkup. Comes off the screen, pick and pop action. Spin to the middle. Had to kick it off. Great rotation defensively. And they come up with a turnover. Just about hang on. Double team in the post, got to find extra pass, moves it to the corner, poor pass, gonna have to take the tough one. Just about cuts the front of the ring, chance will walk up to lead the break. Great rip through for the two off the glass. And defense into offense. And Peter McNeely gets the two. Again, they work well to get the post entry. Need a pass, find a pass. Wide open for three is short. Paulding's on the glass, great effort, but it's cleaned up. And the quicker Ludwigsburg lineup, having the best of the early exchanges. Cook steps back, steps through, nice bounce pass, got a whistle on the play. There's the replay of the Peter McNeely 2. Wiskowski with the first of the free throws. This veteran really stepping into increased in minutes. Understands his role perfectly on this lineup. Ludwigsburg up the floor defensively, going to be there all game. They'll try and make this game quicker than Franz Massenet wants it to be in his EWE team. And again, a little bit quicker than they want to run. Turnover. Nice start by Ludwigsburg on the road here. Walkup moves it on. Cook thinks about it. And the ball never sticks. You've got to love the way this team share the ball. Wiskowski for three is off. And almost Adika Peter McNeely gets the offensive board. The Canadian going to work on the glass. He had a great night when Ludwigsburg came to town here in Oldenburg. 13 points in the Bundesliga win on the road. EWE Basket trying to tick it over. 2.5 minutes in, still scoreless. Paulding wants it down low, doesn't get a touch. Deep on the shot, Paulding has to go up. Touches the front of the ring, still pointless. Numbers down the floor, 4-on-2 break. Ludwigsburg with a three, it's off. Great work on the glass. If you outwork your opponent, good things are going to happen. And Wiskowski picks up his 4th point of the game. Just outworked his opponent. Mickey McConnell has it. Just got to get a hold of the basketball, McConnell. See if they can get this team getting shots they want as opposed to that. Going to have to put this up. Wait for three is long. Offensive rebound. Great work on the glass by Schwerhelm. Got a new full team. Kick it. McConnell has it. Going to hold it up. McConnell's been devastating in the zone against the pick and roll. Great hands by Wiskowski. Gives it up. Recovery by McConnell. Stops the layup, but cannot, again, get this team into any rhythm at all in the half court. Obviously, familiarity between these two teams is going to be an issue in terms of the scouts. Not going to be hard. Pick any one of numerous Bundesliga games. They've played each other already. It's going to be tough to break each other down. Mid-range 2 is good. It's a perfect start here for Ludwigsburg. And again, they're up the floor, just dictating tempo. McConnell. Now this is a little better, little execution. Rapid extra pass, open for 3, it's good. And Massenat takes it over, and Oldenburg are on the board. Justin Sears checks in early. He'll set the pick, probably normally roll. Now he pops to the wing. They offer him the jump shot, takes it to the ring strong, gets his own rebound, goes back up. Great work rate, but can't complete. Massenat in transition. McConnell goes down low to the block. Just does not have the foot speed. Rashid Malhabasic has had a great age group career on his way up. Talked about in some very high levels. Struggling with the foot speed here, 2'10", 27-year-old center. Well, the standstill set shot is no good. Defensive rebound, chance to run, but too many numbers. Johnson will reverse it. Sears comes top. Cook will hand it off. Johnson gets the ball screen from Sears, stops and pops for 3, just buries it. Quick release coming off the screen, and Johnson knocks down the 3. And Sears loves it, gives him a little big pat on the back. Basic will get it back to Massenat. Franz Massenat likes the matchup, crosses over, goes inside, gets a little contact. And Basic can't secure the rebound, ball's out of bounds, and EWE Basket will get another look. Still the one made field goal. Don't forget that stat we gave you at the top of the game, that Ludwigsburg lead the Basketball Champions League in fewest field goals allowed. Great pass, great block. Sears from the weak side, just great reaction. Just swats it away. Johnson will take a look at his options. Double team comes, they need Johnson, extra pass. Sears with a long 2, it's good. And Sears is becoming a real factor in this Ludwigsburg lineup. Here's the block from Sears at one end, and they're gonna run the other end, gets his mid-range jumper going. And nothing but string.
That is too soft what we do it, you know? He have open shot, he's no contest. You see the Ricky fish shot is in the middle cylinder. 101 is contact. We must give answer. We must give answer directly. Savage, it's our war. We protected our season. And set the screen, heavy screen, boom screen. On the top, again, he pushed the weekend. Hey, yes, hey, the screen. I know, yes. Let's go.
Don't gamble, they can bring it up. Okay, hey, Molly, you got a deacon right now. You got Matt and I got.
Hey, keep the energy.
3, next time, 3 on offense. Defense, 1, 2, 3.
Defense, here we go. Hey, let's go, let's go.
Wow, this home crowd's got to lift Oldenburg. It's been a poor start by the home team, but got to credit the defense that Ludwigsburg have put on the floor here. They look like the team that's allowed fewest field goals, really extending their defense. Massenat has it out top, gets the ball screen, breaks the defense down. Sears contains it. And without the big, their foot speed is tremendous. McConnell to the bucket for 2. Great little finish, but how hard did they have to work for those two? This quick lineup that Ludwigsburg have on the floor is long enough, but is quick enough and builds its defensive strategy right on that. McRae's in the game. Johnson kicks it. Sears to the far side of the ring for two. Sweet little move. And Sears showing a lot of mobility. Gets to the far side of the ring and knocks it down. A 15-5 start on the road. Massenat outside. Looks to the inside. Nice little slip to the hoop for two. And Marko Bakic. Just a little more mobile. Bakic. So again, the floor spread. Walkup just finds the open man, wide open for three. Nothing but string. Absolutely nothing but string. Great execution. And Ludwigsburg stretching the floor. And Jacob Wiley gets his first two. Well, same play, but great recovery by Walkup. Another turnover for Oldenburg, and Walkup has it. Patrick just beckons them to run. He didn't want him to pull it out at all. Everything in transition. And Ludwigsburg, again, poor defense by McConnell. They haven't been able to control tempo. Don't forget, this is a team with Ludwigsburg in their last six. They've won 5 of their last Basketball Champions League games at home, scoring over 90 points in those wins, and at the moment have 7, and there's just 2.5 to go in the first. Walkup sits back for 3, is short. Great work on the glass. Oh, Wiley, what a move. Great effort going to the offensive glass and had the composure. Little ball fake, defense disappears. Brad Losing checks in for Oldenburg. Was with Ludwigsburg last season. Penetration off the glass. We've got a foul on the play. And Hucic will go to the free throw line, picks himself up off the floor. Wiley just went after it. Comes over, goes hard and says, no way am I going to let you make the layup. Gives up the foul. Hucic going out and he's going to have to go to the free throw line. There's the Walkup. Missed 2, missed 3. And Wiley's just aggressive is an understatement on the glass. Paulding's going to sit. Hucic with the first of the throws. Just got to calm down now, EWE Baskets. Just get their tempo. Excuse me. Get their tempo. Little 2-1-2 trap. Great rotation, not going to save it. And the ball will stay with Ludwigsburg. They go back to the zone. Coach Granic just looking at different options, just trying to find an answer. Pressure relieved as Cook has it out top, gets it on the three-point line, fires the 3, and that's the issue with the zone. This team can just fill it up from the three-point line. 50% in the Bundesliga cash from the beyond the arc. 64% in this game from the floor. Losing takes the high screen. Just reached and ripped. They want the travel. They're going to get the held ball. And Cook, this team is active. Ludwigsburg getting after it defensively. Amani Moore got to provide some much needed just composure against this pressure. Turnover out of bounds. Great look. And we got a foul on the play. Well, McRae's going to go to the free throw line. Stolen on the out of bounds. Great read by Walkup. Just read it and then just looked and gave it. McRae released. Losing can't get back. And that play just sums up the first quarter. Tremendous defensive effort by MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg, turning their defense into great advantage offensively. And they are imposing themselves in the first quarter. Still an eternity to go in the tie. But 23 first quarter points, and UWE Basket struggling to cope with the defense. And they are maximizing every bit of advantage they've got. That's the first free throw miss of the night. That must belong to UWE Basket. David McRae, on his third year with this team. One of the few parts of this team that gives them some continuity. Pressure up the floor, reaching foul. In fact, it's not a reaching foul. It's a violation in the backcourt. Adam Waskowski checks back in. Well, there's your number. 5 turnovers by UWE Baskets against 1. Walkup in the middle of the horns will kick it off. Wiley puts it on the floor, goes with the right hand, extends for 2. And Wiley's a huge addition to this lineup. His first Basketball Champions League game, and he's had an impact. Basic gets the 2 the other way. They can't panic though. UWE Basket work their way back in, try and control tempo. They've got to find a way to just work their way back into this tie. Wiley with a pick and pop is long. And there's a foul as Waskowski goes to the offensive boards. Franz Massenet comes up with a defensive rebound. Drexel graduate. Second year in Oldenburg. There's no let up. Relentless pressure from Ludwigsburg. Up the floor again. Coach Patrick is just, they're coming in waves. He's just going deep into his bench early. Malik Muller checks in for his first minutes of Basketball Champions League action. They just get deeper, this team, Ludwigsburg. As we said in the pre-game, only 2 losses in the regular season, both home and away to Tenerife, defending champions. Tells you how much of a threat Ludwigsburg are. Unsportsmanlike foul, Waskowski. And Waskowski, having been charged with the personal, wants to talk about it too. And is that the emotion? Is that the motion and the intensity just going overflow? Because there is nothing that MHP have done wrong in this first quarter. Waskowski's going to step out. Rashid Malhabasik in intense conversation with Coach Dunic. Unsportsmanlike. First is good. Maxime Dezieux. He could be one of the guys on this Oldenburg lineup to just calm things down, spend some time with the basketball, get shots they want. Massenet outside top will take the ball screen. Just gets in the lane, has to do a lot of work to get there, has to take the tough one. Great work on the glass. And they're not going to wipe it off, no foul called. And that has been a almost perfect first quarter for Ludwigsburg on the road here. They lead it 26-12. That's a statement quarter by Ludwigsburg.
So keep pressing. Don't gamble if, you know, if Mahovasic.
Well, Coach Patrick summed it up. Oldenburg are not a fan of this press that Ludwigsburg are putting on the floor, so you milk it, you're relentless with it, you stay with it, you try and keep the game played over the full court, you keep the tempo high, and that obviously, as they found out in the Bundesliga game between the two clubs, is difficult for Oldenburg to find a way to deal with that pressure. They're having to make tough plays. And down the other end, because it's there's very few situations where Ludwigsburg have pulled the ball out and run in the half court. They've come straight out of transition, kept the ball moving, really have spaced the floor really well, and have just not allowed Oldenburg to get any control. They've never managed to keep the ball in front, they've never managed. And situations like this sum it up. Great read by Walkup, great release on the break. They draw the foul, they go to the free throw line. It's just been a perfect first quarter for the visiting ball club. Start of the second period, and MHP Riesen will start us off. Johnson has it, gets it into the half court. Early touch in the post. Sears goes up with a jump hook, forced it a little, no good. And it's almost, if there's nothing early, you'd like to see Oldenburg sit. No, let's take some pace out of the game. Let's try and really work hard to spend some time with the basketball. Brad Losing, little hesitation, gets some contact on the way through. And he looks at the official, and I think he's got some justification, because Ludwigsburg are literally going after everything. It's almost challenging the official to make the call. Floor wipers in. So here's the drive, and Walkup all the way through to play. Has his hand in the back of Losing. And it doesn't really matter if there's a hand in your back, whether it's hard or if it's just feeling there. You're aware of it. The official's got to protect the man in the action. Losing comes off the handoff and gets the ball screen, backs it out. 5 on the clock, got to go up. They go up tough off the glass, it's no good. Defensive rebound by Walkup is solid. Johnson moves it on. Cook doesn't like his option, will bring it out. Now has to go a second time. Sears does really well to hold on and then just flushes it for fun. A little fumble, but every second is hard work here. Sears in the play. You're going to get a reaching foul on Justin Sears, and Losing is good. When he closes his eyes tonight, he'll see the defense of Ludwigsburg, because they are swarming over him in the full court. 28-12. It's a super start for Ludwigsburg. Losing. You need to get the ball in the air. Let's throw the ball into the entry. A lot of contact. Inside, outside, extra pass, swing it. Great recovery by Walkup. Forces Losing to try and make the tough one. And they get the two. And how hard did they have to work for that? Mahal Vasik is the person with a little floater for two. And even then, Cook's not letting it go through the hoop. Obviously a basket interference call, but they are relentless at the moment. Take some air and time out of the ball. And Losing's going to look at the official and say, hey, I've just been worked over going the other way. Walkup's going to sit, going to be replaced by McRae. It's almost platoon-like here for Ludwigsburg. Losing picks up foul number 2. Ludwigsburg will be enjoying the 14-point lead. Johnson stops and pops. Whistle on the play. And it's more than anything else, it's just the foot speed, the quickness. And the problem for Oldenburg is trying to find a way to just slow the tempo down. Vasik picks up his second personal. He'll step out. Losing will step out. Nicky McConnell will come back in. McConnell's got to take some responsibility here. The St. Mary's graduate. Whistle on the play. I think that hurt. Philip Schwerthelm took one for the team. And again, changes across the Ludwigsburg roster. Malik Müller. Just out of Virginia Tech, German nationality as well as American. Ball's reversed. Paulding, who's been no factor at all. They've just taken, the pace has taken him out of the game in any way, shape or form. McConnell, 7 on the possession. Schwerthelm goes inside. Strong route to the middle to the jump hook. Zhu can't get it to drop. Gets his own rebound. Needs a pass, finds one. McConnell, you'd like him to attack it as opposed to let the defense settle. Spins to the middle, is blocked. Zhu gets it. The 3 is away and dropped it. Well, they're scrapping around and hanging in there now. Schwerthelm gets the 3. Little floater is no good for Pennamanili in the break, in transition. And all of a sudden, some momentum builds for Ube Basket. Massenet gets the 2, and we're in single digits. For the first time in the game, they've almost found a way of controlling tempo. MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg timeout. Oh, Justin Sears has had big impact off the bench. 8 points personal. Walkup, as you would expect, as he always is going to be a big factor across the stat line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Thomas Walkup, and he is having a huge influence on this team as the season progresses. For a high-scoring team like Oldenburg, not being able to get things going early is going to really get them into areas where they're not used to. It's going to get them into late shot clock situations, which for a team that has been averaging over 90 points a game in the Basketball Champions League at home, it's unusual territory. So end of clock situations, rules more than anything else, are really going to challenge this Oldenburg lineup. Ricky Paulding has just been no factor in this game so far. You know that won't continue. second ranked scorer in the regular season across all lineups. Pointless at the moment. Walkup advances it into the front court. Caron Johnson gets it back to Walkup, gets the ball screen. Wiley on a pick and pop. Great read. Tremendous read defensively. McConnell skips it. Pulled in once. There he gets. Skips it to the corner. And you gotta love this defensive rotation. The three is short. Great work on the glass, and the ball will belong to Ludwigsburg. And the outworking of an opponent. And that you can see what Coach Trincic is asking for. The unsportsmanlike foul as they almost had the chance to run. It's going to see it now. There's the pass. Well, there's no unsportsmanlike foul there. Turnover at the same time, though. 4-on-2 break. Just find the open man. Paulding has it. And Walkup at the moment is winning that little clash. Clearly on points. Home for three. Zoo's off. Defensive rebound. And they're getting a little three-point happy at the moment. Early three the other way is short. Oh, Wiley just walks through. No one put a body on him. Cook steps back for three is long. That's a rebound on the glass. Adika Peter McNeely. Well, he's only listed at 190. Just attacked the ring on the offensive boards. But when you've spread the floor as much as this team do, you have plenty of offensive rebound opportunities. Wiskowski steps back in. Hopefully calm down after the unsportsmanlike call. Puts it on the floor, needs a pass, 4 on the shot. Oh, too easy. Great little rip through and go, but no defensive rotation at all for Oldenburg. Back out to a double-digit lead. Still think they're going to have to spend time with the ball. Zhu will hand off. Paulding gets a little contact in the air and forces him to twist his body. Chance here for Cook to lead the break. Coast to coast for Elgin. Cook doesn't get the drop. Wiskowski goes back up, can't get it to drop. 3 rebounds in succession. We've got a foul on the closeout. And if it's just based, if this result is going to be based on work rate and effort, there is only one winner. Ludwigsburg at both ends of the floor, just outworking their opponent. Ball's inbound, and Elgin Cook will hand it off. Walkup will go over the screen, Paulding chases, Walkup in the lane, kicks, extra pass, they take the 3 from the corner, short defensive rebound, just ripped away. Cook again on the inside for 2. The reach, the slap, they're all clean, but they are forcing Oldenburg just to rush every single thing they do. They have to keep it like this. UWE Basket take the timeout. They have a problem. They have to take care of the ball. They have to create tempo. Because at the moment, they could be losing this tie in leg 1.
Everyone box out. Everyone go to rebound. But first, you box out, guys. And don't forget, guys, he have every, he tried to face us. Okay, let's go. Offensively, guys, we must fast and change the scene. And you see chest. He go here, you know, directly from here. Move, yeah, yes, go here, okay? Let's go, guys. Speed. Next offense.
You can't fade away. Yeah. You gotta pop and come back to it, okay?
Hey, but you try to cut early, because if you see him creep over and you cut, you might got layup.
Let's press. Press right now. Press right now. Next time, hey, go fits down. Look at Elgin on the flare. Fits down right into the pop.
They just go after everything. Paulding has it, and then Cook just takes it off him. It's like you never have it. with this team. They're always going to go after the ball. They're going to attack the ball, reach for the ball. If you take care of it, you're fine. If you're loose with the basketball, this team will punish you. And Ludwigsburg are punishing Oldenburg on their court at the moment. Paulding comes to try and redress the balance. 13-point margin. One of the most potent offenses in the regular season has just been taken out of any rhythm at all. Paulding kicks it. Wide open, McCall for three is good. Just a little slower, a little bit more in control. Nice extra pass. McConnell lines up the three and just fills it up. Muskowski will hand it off. Going to work, fills the double team, kicks it, walk up for three, slow on the closeout. Just about to secure it. Massenet gets it off to Schwerhelm, thinks about it, takes the three under pressure, drops it. Again, there's more time for Uwe Basket. Get it back to a single-digit margin. Got to keep it in front of you. Great drive by Johnson for two. Just too quick. Too quick, too good in that moment. Just blew past the guarding defender. McConnell. Much better tempo control here by Uwe. Uwe Basket has it. Paulding turns down the ball screen, moves it on. Massenet, nice find. McConnell, back-to-back threes. Different rhythm, different result. We got a 6-point game. Muskowski attacks it and kicks. Cook again goes hard. Off the glass for two, and Elgin Cook just will not be denied. Strong finish in traffic. Just making sure that Elgin Cook gets the correctly allocated points. And for all their pressure, you've got to really admire, give credit to Ludwigsburg's discipline defensively. Only 2 fouls, you pressed most of the game. Going into the half, you're tight, you've got a hand on every shot. You're competing, but you still only have the 2 fouls in the quarter. That's great discipline. McConnell on the back of the back-to-back threes. Paulding wants to get himself going. Puts it on the floor. They show him left. He goes left. Can't get it to drop. And just outworked again. Tremendous effort by Johnson. Just wanted it more than anybody else. Muskowski, open three is off. Own rebound. Shoot it and follow. Adam Muskowski just gets after it. Gets no love from Johnson as he acknowledges the foul. Johnson will appreciate it after. Muskowski's effort so far has been phenomenal. Re-established a 10-point lead on the back of the offensive board. Referees again, I'm not sure on this occasion what, but just checking everything's in order at the table. That tells you everything. That picture tells you where one team is, and this picture tells you where the other is. MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg in a huddle, relentlessly getting after it. Uwe Baskets, 1s and 2s around the floor in this break while the referees deal with the situation. They have to get together. They have to take care of the ball. work their way back into the game and not lose the tie in this first leg. Paulding holding foul, and that will be the 4th team foul. Adika Peter McNeely checks back in. Schverhelm will move it on. Paulding the extra pass. They reverse it. 8 on the possession. McConnell tries to look for space. Baseline needs a pass. Finds one. Nice lift by Schverhelm for 3. Is long. Gets his own rebound. Great effort. Tremendous effort on the glass. Mickey McConnell has it. Little hesitation. Gets to the ring for 2. Blows the layup. Poor miss. And Ludwigsburg try and turn the screw a little tighter. Lead by 10 with the basketball. Keron Johnson needs a pass, now backs it out. Got a blocking foul. Johnson's going to go to the free throw line. And that's a poor foul. Keron Johnson on the free throw line for 2 shots. Makes the second, opens out the 11-point lead now. This is where EWE Basket's got to dig in. If they can go in single digits, they're right back in this. Walk up back, that's a great sign for Ludwigsburg. And the pressure remains. McConnell gets it into the half court. Sorry, Brad Losing in the game. Paulding comes high, gets the ball screen, pick and pop by Schwerthelm, opens the floor out. McConnell, ball's knocked away, 3 on the possession. Got to go up. McConnell for 3 is long. And we've got a Schwerhelm, 30 meters from the ring, has picked up the foul, which means Ludwigsburg will walk the floor to get the 2 throws. And Cook having a very, very nice game. 7 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block shot. All positive stats adding to his full team efficiency rating. Last minute of the half. EWE Basket would love to go in single digits. And Opazic faces up. Baseline drops it inside, and Paulding gets the 2. Will want the foul. And I have to say, I have some sympathy with it. Wide open for 3 is no good. They dodge a bullet, but they do not collect the rebound. Bullet for 3 is no good. Get another offensive rebound. Cook kicks, and they start again. Walk up, turn in the corner. Spins in the lane, off the glass for 2. Whistle on the play. Spins to the middle. And that's the most important thing. Gets solid in the air, gets composed. Nice job. 18.1 seconds. EWE Basket just simply have to build some momentum on this last play. Basic has it, 7 on the possession, tries to back in. Gonna go one-on-one here, goes to the middle with a jump hook. Should have made it. Did everything he needed to do, got deep, couldn't complete the play. And you've got to say, the only credit you can give here to EWE Basket Oldenburg, they stopped the bleeding. They were on the wrong end of a 26-12 full first quarter. They won that quarter by 1, so they've actually started the long road back. But at halftime, MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg on the road have a 43-30 advantage. Well, here are the statistics. 30% from two-point range at this level is just not going to get it done. Ludwigsburg, well, they're not the best three-point shooting team, and that, if anything, those too many three-point attempts have dominated the glass. And having had 5 turnovers in that first period, only 1 turnover for EWE Basket in the second. That's the key. Get shots. Obvious thing to say, but get it down the floor and get shots. Then you have a chance to work your way back in. Walkup already has 4 assists. Cook is having a game here. 9 points, 5 rebounds at the half. It's just been an all-round tremendous performance by Ludwigsburg in that first half. But don't forget, that's only like the end of the first quarter of this home and away tie. So there is so much time for EWE Baskets to get back into this. And they appear to have found a way. All about tempo, all about control. Well, we're going to get some highlights of that first half. A first half that really did see Ludwigsburg, especially in the first quarter, impose themselves. We're going to take a break, enjoy these highlights, and we'll see you in around 10 minutes for the second half. Well, welcome back. Both teams been on the floor for a while here in Oldenburg, in EWE Arena. What a first half. Ludwigsburg just, from the first moment, first play, took real control of this, made a statement about how this game was going to play. And from that moment on, Oldenburg just have not been able to impose their rhythm on the game. The team that, one of the highest scoring teams in the regular season, has been shut down by the team that allowed fewest made field goals in that regular season. And you can see why, because Ludwigsburg up the floor have pressed, but they're pressed very smart. They haven't given away too many fouls. And when they haven't actually generated steals, they've actually just forced Oldenburg into areas of the floor they don't want to be. And that's pressure. That's the pressure that they're putting on their opponent. And it's not intermittent. It's just absolutely relentless. So unless Coach Dulinic can find a way to deal with that pressure, get a high percentage shot, take that extra pass, I don't think if they go toe-to-toe with Ludwigsburg, they have a chance. Ludwigsburg too athletic, too quick. That's how they've built this 13-point lead. The most important thing for Oldenburg at the start of this second half, most important thing that they have to really do in this second half is give themselves a chance to win in the second tie. If they can keep this, if they can get this score initially into single digits, hey, if they come back and win, great. They're not going to win by enough to have won the tie anyway. They've just got to give themselves a chance in that second leg to make it a realistic thing for them to win. If they end up going to Ludwigsburg down 15, down 20, that's going to be a mountain to climb. Especially the way this Ludwigsburg lineup play. Don't forget, they've only lost twice in the Basketball Champions League. They sit third in the Bundesliga, having only lost 5 times across the season. So 5 times in the league, twice in the Basketball Champions League is a pretty decent return, and they've based it on their defense, and they've based it on getting points off their defense. Ricky Paulding, second leading scorer in this competition in the regular season, has all of 2 points in that first half. And again, you've got to give Coach Patrick and his lineup a lot of credit for the way they have dealt with Ricky Paulding. Well, here we go then, third quarter action. And Oldenburg have got to impose their tempo on this. McConnell will find its way back to Masnell, takes the ball screen, uses the reposition. Nice lift, open for 3, got it. Great execution. Zhu comes up and lifts and gets the 3. Nice start here for Oldenburg. Getting a shot they wanted in the rhythm they wanted to get it in. Back to a 10-point game. Walkup just take it straight at the defense. Will draw a contact off Ricky Paulding. They've given him 2 shots, so they've allowed him to go to the hoop, so to speak. Walkup makes the first. Just to remind you, in these 2 teams played in the Bundesliga, Walkup had a 22 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists haul. Efficiency rating of 31. Just a great night for him then. He's controlled things so far in this Basketball Champions League tie. Masnad. Zhu leaves him some space. That goes down low. Basic spins baseline. Just can't get past the defense. They're going to call the offensive foul as he pushed off. It's a foot race issue. Mahabasic just cannot beat the quicker forward from the block. He's tried to put it on for a couple of times. Defense has been very good. Moskowski will give it back to Cook. More than anybody else, Cook set the tone in that first half. Walkup has it on the handoff. Cook slips. Moskowski will slip to the hoop. Gets it on the inside. Beautiful execution by Ludwigsburg. They saw the double team. Walkup was aware. Moskowski slipped, easy too. 8 points personal for the big man. Holding moves it on. Massenat attacks to close out in the lane. Tough shot is going to be charged with the offensive foul. Just take a look. Puts it on the floor, beats the closeout. That's a good stand by Moskowski. Moskowski thinks about the three, gets it up to Walkup. Little hesitation. Zoo's got to stay down and work hard. Walkup steps back for three, way short. Chance for Oldenburg to run, but they're not going to look in transition. McConnell takes the early screen, kicks it. Paulding attacks it mid-range, goes in, skips to Zoo. Just indecisive. Someone has to shoot the ball. Elgin Cook with yet another steal. Spins, needs a pass, finds one, Walkup in rhythm for three, it's good. And Ludwigsburg can sniff a big win here. 17-point lead. As it cannot go baseline again. The quickness defensively is really giving him issues. Cook thinks about it, moves it on. Cook, feet set for threes, no good. Great effort on the glass. Massenat advances, got a mid-court foul. Again, the first foul on Ludwigsburg after EWE Baskets have already committed three. $17-point margin. They've just got to forget the scoreline now, EWE Basket, and work their way back into this. They're down 17 at home, leg one. Paulding has it out top, will take the ball screen. Moore has it. He's just not able to turn the defense in. Now there's a decent advantage for Massenat in the lane, far side of the ring, just blows the layup. They're just having to work for every single shot they've got. This is just a clinic of defensive pressure by Ludwigsburg. It's just a phenomenal exhibition of how to press, contest, but not foul. It's all about the factor in stance. They move their feet tremendously well, and they're getting EWE Baskets into areas of the floor that their offense does not want to go to. It's a great job by Ludwigsburg at the moment. Still plenty of time though for EWE to get back in this. And Sears on the inside can't finish, but he will go to the free throw line as Amani Moore picks up the personal. Justin Sears to make this a 19-point game. He goes into double figures himself, which he does. And Sears just brings so much energy off the bench. Paulding has to settle for three, drops it. Paulding's got to start taking over here. He wants to foul, and again I have some sympathy with him. Walk up outside, has a look at his options. Sears doesn't really pick, just slips. Now spins off his foot. Gets a little give and go action going and finishes really well at the front of the ring. Sears had a great career at Yale. Intelligent basketball player, intelligent person. Spins to the middle, Moore has it turned away. Sears again gets a piece of it. Walk up in transition, looks at his options, gives it up. Well, they missed the layup, but you cannot fault their commitment to how they decided to play this game. Paulding looks it and wants in the block. Guarded by Walkup. Steps back for the long 2 and 1. Well, Paulding's already almost decided this is not good enough. I've got to take over. Walkup in the air, walks through him. Referee gets it that time.
Actually, let him get you for just a second. Okay? Atika, you're in. Karan, you're in. Malik, you're at the 5. You're at the 4. Okay? You got to close out on these shooters. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Offense. Yeah, you can run swing.
You got to have a little bit of empathy with Coach Trencic. Yeah, he claims, and I really do agree with him, that they're not really allowing his players to get space to land. They're not really giving him enough of a space to protect the man with the ball. But that's what this sort of style of game will do to even the officials. It takes them out of what they normally see. You know, 2-2-1 trap here by Oldenburg. Just take some time out of the clock. Kowski will stretch the floor. Bullet for 3 is no good. What a board. Tremendous attack on the glass again. Johnson is fouled as he goes up. Johnson's good from the three-point line. Come on, Johnson. Putting another solid performance out there on the floor. 7 points with this one to come. Can't complete. Defensive rebound by Mahabasic. 16-point game. Ube Basket got to keep working here. Get it to 10 if they can. Hujic moves it on. Ricky Paulding, he looked like he was coming alive, moves it. Basic again gets cut off. Nice pass. Little whistle on the play. Count that. Marty Moore with a nice movement away from the ball, gets the catch and score. Basic again can't beat the defense, but Moore slices. And the defense gets frozen looking at the ball. This will close it to a 13-point lead. Becomes to be manageable, can't get it to drop. Jacob Wiley comes down with it. Wiley is no good with a mid-range 2. Chance here now to get it to 12 or even 11. To the corner, McConnell for 3 is no good. Offensive rebound and foul. Hucic picks up the personal, and that'll be the 4th team foul for Ludwigsburg. And Coach Patrick has seen enough. He's going to take the timeout. His team are allowing ever so slightly now the momentum to drop, and that's given EWE Basket all they need in terms of an incentive.
Guys, we had 3 guys jogging down the court while they're pressing. You're jogging down the court, not looking at the ball. 2 other guys too. We gotta see the ball. We're in press breaker, right?
Hey, you're either gonna be in the middle or you're gonna be out.
No, he's out. Justin's in there. You want to be in the middle?
I'll be in the middle. Justin, go back.
Okay.
You're running baseline in the zone. Yeah.
So,
I'll be in the middle, and then I'll be in the high post before.
Guards, keep your spacing. Whoever's got the ball, other guy's gonna stay behind. Look in the middle, and you guys be active here on the sidelines, okay? All right, good. It's their ball. That was a good foul.
Sideline. Side out. Sideline.
Sideline. Hey, get one. Get one. Go.
At the top. Ball comes off, has a look at his options, will look to reverse. Wide open, which is for 3, is off. Better on the glass, Moore hunts it down. Now they're beginning to work hard. Oh, nice look, poor pass, great hands by Walkowski. And Walkup says, we've got no chance to run now, but let's see what we get. Sears backs out, needs a pass. Finds one. Walkowski gets him on a give and go, and he is fouled. And will have to earn it at the line. It's a good look, but just you have to go over the defense there. Sears continues to impress in the game, 16-point margin. McConnell has it. Just keep working if you are EWE Baskets. Get yourself manageable numbers. Nice pass, easy 2. Amani Moore beginning to move and become a factor. Nice little touch pass by Mahalbasic. Cook lines up the 3, got it in an ocean of space. Doesn't matter whatever defense you're in, you cannot give him that much time and space. Back out to 17, and Cook goes to 12 personal. Mahabasic going baseline. Sears plays good defense, needs a pass now. Mahabasic. Extra 1 to the corner, wide open for 3. Got it on the buzzer. And Moore beginning to play. 14-point game. 7 points personal. Hook up, looks at his options. Quick catch and release is way off. Got a whistle on the plate. Sears with a personal. And EWE Basket will walk the floor and shoot the throw. Inching their way back, down 12. They come up the floor and press. Beaten. Oh! It's now all four. Everything has to go over before it to be a back court. There's still plenty of time here. Malabasic will hand it off. Moore will move it, but got to look to attack it and not just do everything in front of this Ludwigsburg defense. Ozing for three is good. All of a sudden, it's like shooting it into the ocean. Back to an 11-point game, and EWE giving themselves a chance on the tie right now. %50 from the three-point line is keeping them alive in the tie. Turnover. Chance here, and Losing goes off his foot. Pleads with the official, but it simply bounced it off his own right foot. Got to get it done again at the defensive end. Walk up has it, takes the ball screen. Pick and pop. He moves it on, great read. And Amani Moore is becoming a huge factor in this third quarter. There you go. Just needed to get control of it, would have been fine. 8 seconds on the possession. Walk up skips. Wiskowski for three is short. And the ball will belong to EWE Baskets. Amani Moore putting in a shift at the moment. Last 45 seconds of the quarter three. And it's ending really brightly for Oldenburg. Gotta finish it off right now though. Malabazic, the help looks to come. He gets him deep though, goes up with a jump hook, should score, does. And we are back to single digits for our first time in an absolute eternity. EWE Basket with momentum, back to 9 down, 19 seconds of the period remaining, and Killon Johnson has it out top. They're gonna hold for the last shot. Skowski blows the layup. They get it away, but they will not count it. But light at the end of the tunnel for Oldenburg. A third quarter where they have hung tough. Wiskowski could have just laid it up. went for the dunk, lost control of it. But a 23-19, and you've got to love it if you're a EWE Basket Oldenburg fan. Your scores are going up every quarter. And after that really astonishing first quarter, Ludwigsburg have been pegged back. It's bound to a 9-point game. As we said, you can't win it tonight, but you could lose it. And EWE Basket were close to losing it, but they've hung tough. Win it or keep it close gives them a chance in the second leg.
McConnell throws it in, then the next guy go.
Walk up is long. Great work to keep it alive by Cook again. So many ways he's contributed in this evening's game. Wiskowski goes back to him. He spins baseline in traffic, needs a pass, has it ripped away. Mahalbasic comes down with a turn up with a steal. Chance to close this even to a 6-point game on this possession. Losing wraps the pass around, extra one to the corner, feet set, is short. Poor looking three. Kieran Johnson moves it on, walk up. Well, again, the penetration, the draw of the help, and the lack of rotation. EWE Basket give up an easy two on the inside. Peter McNeely steps back in. It's important for EWE Basket now that they at least hold on to what they've got for the next couple of minutes, consolidate the fact it's a single-digit game. At the very least, Mahalbasic has it. Goes to the middle. Oh. So Sears has a handful of shirt. Reaches. That's a tough call on Mahalbasic. It's a tough job being an official, but you got to feel for the big man on that call. And I might even be wrong, but the contact that they allowed Sears before the foul makes you feel maybe they could have called it earlier if they're going to call it. They go upstairs, Sears can't finish. Mahalbasic leads the break here. Going down the middle, wraps the pass. People do jobs. That's what people are in businesses for, in jobs for. And Mahalbasic's job is not to lead the break. Sverhelm can't handle the pass. And another opportunity to build into this lead disappears. 11-point lead now for Ludwigsburg. Offensive foul. Work their way back in. Habasic is doing a lot of good work when he has the ball, but it's more about where he passes it, inside, outside. Habasic gets it again, down to 7 on the possession, feels the double team, goes with a poor little jump hook. Great outlet. One-on-one in transition, and one. Poor foul. Poor foul by Mickey McConnell. Tough move by Adika Peter McNeely. Has a look, gets ready, just goes through that contact. Have to try and hang it around here now. EWE basket, got to keep it in single digits. 16 points for Elgin Cook. Still 16 points. Oh, Schwerhelm cuts it to 10. They're hanging around. EWE basket hanging around. They're a team that can score and score quickly. Johnson can't get to the far side of the ring, has to move it. Foul on the closeout as Amani Moore off balance. Walkup buys the foul. Walkup has it. Just over 7 to go in the game. Attacks the middle, needs to float it down low. Cook goes up, gets the softest of rolls, peels himself off the floor. What a finish. Back out to 12. They just cannot get it to, well, they've been at 7. Nice pass. Oh, and they blow the dunk. Play to sum up the evening. Zhu just couldn't finish the dunk. Count it. Well, Schwerhelm and his teammates may be looking at everybody else, but you don't have the problems if you just flush it. Well, Oldenburg are going to take the timeout. There's plenty of time left in the game. EWE basket here. We've got to look at this as we're coming up to half-time. Get this to a 10-point game. Get it to less than 10. We're right in it. That's exactly the message that's got to get across here. The end of this game is simply half-time.
And try that you have your job. Individual one-on-one, offensively attack, and good three. Let's go. Like this. Next offense. Next offense. Time out. 5 feet. 5 feet. Okay? Let's go. Watch for the press break. Watch for the press. Don't stop to fight. Don't stop to fight. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
We gotta see the ball, and if we can push them to their weak hands, like push losing to the left, push Massenat to the right. I don't think they can make that pass. Okay? On offense, Tom's at the 4. Call it out. Let's press. Next time we're running.
Well, no surprise that the press is still there, and it will be there for the game. There, it's not so much the steals, it's just the way that that's made the game be played at a tempo that is much more suited to Ludwigsburg. Still only a 15-point game. They've just got to do it all again. Time running out, though. 6:30 to go. Osing will advance the ball. High post pick. Johnson again gets in the keyway, needs a pass, finds one. Holding has it. Osing attacks it, and there's just bodies there. There's no space, no drive lane. Little quick flash on the end of the break. Jacob Wiley, some nice little hops, makes it a 17-point game. Don't forget it was literally at 9, at 8. They really had closed it. It's almost like a 10-0 run here. The three to answer it is way short. Dangerous, dangerous times for EWE Basket. Got to get it back to a single digit. Got to get it back to 10. We've got a foul in transition. Karan Johnson makes the first. Another solid game for Johnson. This will make it a 19-point game. It's almost good night, EWE Baskets. But it's hard. It's very alien to some of these guys, but this is approaching half-time of the game. This is not the end. So he needs to try and minimize the damage here. Pauling drops the three. He's never going to let it go. Just under 5 to go in the game. Stops and scores now. Pauling goes to 11 points personal. Turnover, 5-on-2 break. All they're going to do is find the open man. Bazik. That's poor in transition by Oldenburg. They have a 5-on-2 break and they come up with nothing. Everyone is in each other's space. Chance to make this a 13 or a 12-point game. Bounce pass knocked away, and again too intricate, too tight, not really spacing the floor. Got to dig in right now. Johnson has a look at his option. Sears with a long two is sweet. Really has become very consistent from that range over the season. Oh, Peter McNeely, the Canadian, really, as the season has gone on, has really grown in stature on this team. 20-point margin now. McNeely has 10. And just when you thought the door was potentially being forced open for Oldenburg, Ludwigsburg just shut it straight in the face. It's been a very, very good effort by Ludwigsburg at the moment. 3 guys in double digits, 2 guys on 9, a guy on 8. Everybody's making contributions. Sears is fouled as he catches. Sears on the free throw line. Now a 21-point lead. If it's finished like this, you've almost got to say it's curtains for EWE basket. If they could win the last 3 minutes, get it back to even 15, it would be more of a look. 16-point margin for Ludwigsburg. They have dominated from quarter 1. It's been a phenomenal performance so far. Now they've just got to wind it up.
Guys, come on, don't stop to fight, don't stop to play together. Hello. We can lose this game, but you know, don't this situation. Stay together. Don't go out, you know. So, let's play. Next offense we play. Entry. Coach, you know, be ready to win them. Go push the Ricky that they go. See at the top. Okay? Go.
Stay with Schlechter. Stay with Schlechter. We need a wall. Balding won't pass it, okay? You got it? So if Balding has it here, Schlechter is coming. Stay with Schlechter. Stay on Balding. We have 2 fouls. All right, let's go.
More pressure up the floor from Ludwigsburg. No let up at all. 81-59, 2:50 to go in the fourth. Nice back cut on the reverse, poor pass, and the pass enabled the defense to get back in. Malapasic reverses the ball, Pauling for 3, is fouled and 1. Every single shot, every single pass is challenged by Ludwigsburg. Okay, they fouled on that occasion, but every single play is contested. This is why they lead the Basketball Champions League in field goals allowed. Everything is under pressure. Paulding just about gets the roll, edging their way back, trying to give themselves a chance in the second leg. Sears going nowhere, gets blocked as you'd expect. Pitch to the corner, 4 on the shot. It's gonna have to go up. Just about gets it away and drops it. Tough move. Confident move. Why wouldn't it be a confident move for Elgin Cook? He's had a tremendous game here. $20 points for Cook. 20-point margin for Ludwigsburg. They try and answer with a 3 that hits nothing. Inside the last 2, the crowd are beginning to leave here. The drum plays on, but it's a little full on at the moment. Walkup trying to manage this out. Attacks it, kicks it. Sears with a long 2. He's made that range very consistent for him. Goes to 20 points himself. Sears with a very, very credible performance here. And now it just gets painful for the home club. We can talk about the woes and the disappointment of the home ball club, but this has been A phenomenal road performance by MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. The team second in Group B, 2 losses across the regular season. The only team in the Basketball Champions League to have beaten Ludwigsburg this year has been Tenerife. And Tenerife, as defending champions, home and away, have downed Ludwigsburg. But that is it. They are the only team to inflict a loss on this team in the Champions League. It's EWE Basket's turn to be on the wrong end of a great performance by Ludwigsburg. 87-63. It's never, ever over until it's over, but this is a mountain to climb in the second leg. Check out the press conferences after this to see what both coaches think. Sears goes to 21 points. The Champions League high for the Yale graduate. Oh, he misses the throw. 25 points is the margin at the moment. Got to play through. Whistle on the play. They have fouls to give. Can't get the drop, ball knocked away. Walkup comes down with it. Now the Shield should take the last shot. Two-legged tie, you've got to take as much as you can. Walkup penetrates, takes a tough one, doesn't get the drop, and that'll do it. That will do it for a phenomenal road victory for MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. They have come to Oldenburg and have done that. They win 88-63. It's a mountain to climb for EWE Baskets Oldenburg in the second leg. Never over till it's over. But Coach Patrick, shaking hands with the Oldenburg players, knows he has 1 foot, and a big 1 foot, in the quarterfinals after that performance. Defensively, that was super. Pressure the whole game. Controlled pressure the whole game. Points off their defense, contributions from across the roster. The relentless nature of the intensity level. The pressure defense just was too much for Oldenburg. They have to go up away and think a long and hard about how they can turn this around. Complacency could be Ludwigsburg's biggest enemy when it comes to the second leg. Subdued crowd, subdued team. Only those passionate Oldenburg fans there are still singing. The traveling Ludwigsburg fans get a round of applause from their players. But this last 16 tie has taken a huge shift in favor of Ludwigsburg. Traveling fans have had a nice journey, nice game. They'll enjoy the journey home. They'll already be looking forward to next week. What they can't do is look forward to the quarterfinal, because that's how you can slip up with big leads. You know, look at the stats, the offensive and rebound, the rebound stats, 42-33. Dominant performance by MHP on the glass. 22 assists. Gotta love that. Again, almost doubled the number of turnovers. It's a huge factor. It's a huge factor in the Bundesliga game. It's a huge factor in the Basketball Champions League matchup. 15-9 on the turnover count. Well, Paulding ultimately came through with 15. Justin Sears has his best Basketball Champions League night. Walkup has a double-double, rebounds and assists. In fact, he's 1 point shy of a triple-double. What a performance by Walkup. Has led this team tremendously across the season. Does it again. 21 and 20 and 10. 4 guys in double digits. But a tremendous team performance by MHP Riesen Ludwigsburg. They literally came in and from the first possession took control, played with a level of intensity that was far too much for Oldenburg. Confirmed the relative standings of the teams in the Bundesliga and have taken a huge step towards qualification for the last 8. Well, we're going to leave you with these highlights of what was a phenomenally efficient and relentless performance by the team from Ludwigsburg. It's been a great 2 days. There's still some games going on in the Basketball Champions League at the moment. It's been a first great action in the playoffs. That gets completed in the second legs. And the road to the Final Four is well and truly underway. And along that road, Ludwigsburg have taken one huge step. So from Oldenburg, from Northern Germany, from Ludwigsburg taking a huge step towards the quarterfinal. It's good night, and we'll see you next week for second leg action.